let's talk about sitting with our wounds, okay? The reason that I want to speak on this is because this is doing the work. So I am finding more and more that people don't understand what it means when I say go within, do the work. Okay, so what that means is in your life where you're either going to continue to do something or you are going to stop doing something, and you are at that crossroads. So the first thing I had to do was get a grip on my thoughts, because there was a lot of loops going in and there was a lot of escapism. I was in my head trying to be somewhere else, become something else, whether I was fixated on work and my career, or I was fixated on just wishing I wasn't living my life. Have awareness. So I had to stop with the thoughts. So one of the things I learned was, if I'm having a negative attitude or a negative thought, with awareness, become sharp, focused, alert, and think of the thought and say cancel, 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 or delete, delete, delete. Because that's what the universal energy is. It's an algorithm. So whatever you spit out, it pushes back. Okay? That's why someone can have a bad day and then we all have a bad day. Same kind of thing. When our wound is betrayal, and we don't want to look at that, but we are in an awakening state and we are trying to come up. In the beginning, it's very good. It feels, and it will always feel good to be validated by others, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we don't know what we don't know. So we gravitate toward the things that have inertia, okay? Inorganic architecture can simulate a lot of things, inertia being one of them. Propping people up, okay, using words of flattery. These are rudimentary ways to seduce. We have to be careful, because what happens when we're triggered and we don't even understand that this is occurring is what I call imposter spirits come in and take hold. Okay? This is our solar plexus, and this is like the most ideal place for a betrayal wound, because this is our sense of self, okay? So if we feel good, people are reinforcing what we're doing is correct. We begin to let our guards down, okay? And we allow ourselves to follow things that appear to have structure. But really, you can tell when something has structure or doesn't have structure, because something that doesn't have structure will have lots of words coming and going, and trying to get your attention, pulling you back. Things that have structure take work. You have to invest time, focus, attention, understanding, practice, application. That is an organic type of systematic way to learn over and over, okay? If we don't check the way that we are learning by finding resources to understand and verify or fact check, I hate using that word because when we're talking metaphysically, it's difficult to fact check, but you should be running it through your truth system, okay? Understanding that you are a God sovereign being and you have the right for these things, all of which you want to know is at your disposal. That is your birthright. So the reason I'm telling you that is for you to understand the process by which we get hijacked. We have the wind of betrayal. We have the access point into our solar plexus, okay? We have the feel-good positioning or posturing, okay, of validating that we are feeling like someone is giving us organic or inorganic information. That's your crossroads. Fact check when you're feeling good. Is it an authentic feeling? Or is it flattery? And that's how you can go. Okay, left or right. Now remember, there's no good or bad. We're all just learning here. But those are vectors of directions. Once you understand how to safeguard yourself against some of these attempts at hijacking, it will happen less and less and less. Now, when you do find yourself in that position and you have awareness, you come back. Be gentle with yourself. This is a part of the process. Going back in to do the work. Feeling that betrayal wound. Why is it there? What does it remind you of? What is this person that demonstrated this situation to you? What did they represent in your past? Journal. Sit with it. Move. Do yoga. Stretch. Take a hike. Take a bath. Take a shower. Be under the stars. This is what doing the work looks like. Talking to a friend. Someone holding space for you. You holding space for someone else. Bringing that back in. Remembering the lesson. This is the work, okay? You don't just sit there in love and light. Shadows alchemize. When we're going into our 0 point, when we're going into that perfect oneness, we're merging our light with the dark. And we're bringing it out. Have compassion. I love you all. I hope this helps.